There's no place like home. You might want to come down and play with the doll's house. You might want to come down and choose a stick to go and read in the research centre. You might like to come down and have a look at the Wild World Heroes. You might like to come down and have a look at the language of the month. This month we're learning to speak Polish. You might like to come down and have a look at the books all along here. They're all about the world. Maybe you'll be able to find yourself on our all around the world map. You might want to come into the research centre. Here we've got lots of books. Guess what? Our author of the month has changed. No longer Roald Dahl. No, we're looking at an illustrator. Our illustrator is Dapo Adiola. Look at all the books that he has illustrated. And even put out some paper and pencils in case you'd like to have a go at illustrating yourself. Maybe you could look at the book by sitting sensibly on our sofa, and after you've looked at the book, maybe you could draw on the paper using the pencils your favourite part of the book and then pop it in the basket for us. I'd love to see it, especially if it's got your name on it. This month we're also going to be thinking about our Black History heroes. Now up on the top shelf there are lots of books that you can come and have a little look at. Maybe inside them you might find out about somebody pretty amazing. Maybe you could say to Mrs. Lee, actually, I have a Black History hero and you haven't got a book on that person. Can you find one? And do you know where I'd go to look? Well, I might look in these boxes along here. These boxes aren't for us to look at, are they? They're for the teachers. I might look in here, our PSHE book. I might have a little look in the boxes over here with all these books. And if I can't find it, what I'll do is I'll trot down to the library, which, as you know, all the children who did the Wild World Hero Challenge did. Get down to the library, you can find so many books. Hello children, it's Mrs. Lee here. It's a bit chilly in school today, so I've put my coat on. I'm in the research centre because, as you know, we've changed our author of the month. But this month, rather than going for somebody who writes books only, we've gone for somebody who actually draws in the books, called, that's right, an illustrator. But also this illustrator that we are looking at has written some books, not very many. Mrs. Lee has been looking very hard trying to find some. Some of them have come through the post, yay, but some of them are still in transit, so they're still waiting to be delivered. Anyway, let's have a little look at the books that Mrs. Lee has brought to school. Here we go. We have got Clean Up. It's a really good book. I wonder what you think that book might be about. And I think this is what's so amazing about Dapo, who is our illustrator of the month. If you can see Dapo there. He's got his brushes and his pencils, all right, is on the front covers, it gives you an idea of what the story would be about. It looks like this young lady is, what's she doing? She's on a bodyboard, isn't she? Oh, God, there's a massive wave there. Oh, gosh, what do you think she's doing, children? That's right, children, she's surfing, isn't she? And I can see in the wave lots of things that maybe shouldn't be there. Oh, plastic bag and a bottle. Oh gosh, a can there. And then the title is Clean Up. I think this book is all about things that we shouldn't find in the sea. If you look on the back, there's a synopsis, a little bit of the blurb. It tells you. It says, Rocket can't wait to visit her grandparents on their beautiful island, but she soon sees how plastic pollution is spoiling the beaches and endangering sea creatures. Can she find a way to clean up the island and save the sea life? That's a nice book, isn't it? Now this book here, Look Up, we've read before. This book is about Rocket again, all right, and she's a stargazer. She likes to look up at the sky. Do you remember she went out with her brother? They looked up at the sky. Her brother wasn't too happy about looking after her, was he? But when they looked up at the sky with lots and lots of the community, they saw some amazing things, didn't they? All right. I especially love this book. Now this book is written by Dapo, but also there are lots of other authors and they've all got something in common. And it matches what we've been talking about. I don't know if you can see, children. Hang on, let me see if I can move you up. A new display, Who is your Black History Hero? Because the month of October is Black History Month. The Black History Month is an opportunity for us to celebrate and think about people who have black skin and have helped us. So that might be, oh, I know one. Marcus Rashford. Now Marcus Rashford is that's right, he's a footballer, and he was very, very cross with the government because he felt that the government weren't giving enough money to help people who didn't have as much as others and might be feeling a bit hungry and might not have any food to eat. So during lockdown, do you remember when we couldn't come to school? Lots of families were finding it very difficult to get food, but Marcus Rashford lobbied the government. That's when he went to the government. He said, come on, we need to give more money to help those people who haven't got as much as others. And the government finally, they listened. And that's what they did. And lots of families in our school and all around the country got vouchers that they could go to the shops, maybe Tesco's, maybe Sainsbury's, to buy some food so that their families could eat better. And that's a good thing. And that's thanks to Marcus. So we need to say thank you to him. There's lots and lots of other Black history heroes, and you might know of some of them. And I would love to hear about them. And I could put their pictures up. We've got a few up on our display already, but this is a whole month. We've got 4 weeks where we can celebrate these people. So come down to the Research Centre, have a little look at all the books that we've got here. Now, I'm going to read you a book, all right? Are you ready? I'd like to read the Clean Up book. The reason I want to read the Clean Up book to you is I want to introduce you to this card. Now, this card is going to be coming home to you. It is the Reading at Home card. It's a challenge. Do you remember the children who went to the library in the summer holidays? Yeah, those children that had medals, maybe you saw them in your class walking around with medals and they had certificates. Well, they went to the library in the summer holidays and they had a challenge, we love a challenge, don't we, of reading at least 6 books, which they did. Some of them even read more. And what they had to do was write them down on a card and then at the end they got a medal. Anyway, we'd like to try and do something like that in our school. And we used to do it a long time ago, and then we had to stop it because of the virus. But hopefully, fingers crossed, we can start it again. So this is a little card that's coming home. In this bit here is a big blurb for your grown-up to read. At the top should be your name. And then inside there are gaps, lots of gaps to be completed by your grown-up. So every time you hear or you read a book at home, you need to pop the date in, the title of the book, and get your grown-up to sign. Now, if you get down to this grey one down here, that means you have read 10 books. Then you come and find me, you know where my office is, and I will give you a stamp and I will stick your name on the reading tree. Did you just see the reading tree? That's right, on that first branch, your name will go if you have read 10 books. If you go home and read some more books, and you read down to this grey line, that's 20 books. 20 books! Then again, you come and find me, come and look for me, and I will put your name on the second branch of the tree. And then you go back home and you read more books. In fact, you read all these many books. That's another 20 books. You come and find me again, and I will give you another stamp. So you will get 3 stamps. One for reading 10 books, one for reading 20 books, and the third one, I'm going to make it a bit more challenging, read me another 20 books. So altogether you would have read, who can do the maths? That's right, 40 books. 10, 20, 30, 40 books. If you can read 40 books and finish this card, I will give you the next colour card, which I believe is red. Now you need to challenge yourself all year. So that's all the way up to Christmas. Then after Christmas, all the way up to Easter. And then after Easter, all the way to the summer holidays. So that's a very, very long time to keep challenging yourself. That's why we have different colour cards and we have different stampers, and you can go up the tree. Now there's lots and lots of ways of reading. You can listen to me in a moment, and I'm going to read you this book. And that's one book that you have listened to, so you could pop on your card. Your grown-up, I'm sure, loves to read you bedtime stories. So every time they read you a bedtime story, maybe you join in with them. Maybe you read a page of it, or you look for some of those common exception words. Maybe you're looking for the word the. So every time your grown-up reads to you and they show you the text and you see the word the. So for instance, if we're reading here as... and then I point to that one, your grown-up points to it, and you say, oh, that word says the, day goes on, then that's reading. Or actually, you might think to your grown-up, hey, have a break, grown-up. Don't need to read to me. I've got my own reading book, which is in my book bag. I'll get it out and I'm going to read. Now, all this reading, do you know what it does? That's right, it makes you brainy. All right, it either gives you ideas for when your teachers say, come, let's write a story, or it gives you facts so that when your teacher says, let's go and do some inquiry work, you already know some of those amazing facts. Right. Mrs. Lee is going to, for a minute. So this is called Clean Up. It is a book by Nathan Bryan, all right, but it's illustrated by Dapo Adiola, all right? And we're going to meet Rocket again. I can't sleep tonight, I'm too excited, because tomorrow, me, my mum, and my big brother Jamal are going on holiday to see Grammy and Grampy. It feels as though we've been packing forever, but at last, we're ready to go. All their suitcases. As soon as we arrive, I give Grammy and Grampy a huge hug. My grandparents are the best. They run a whale watching tour and have an animal sanctuary at the back of their house. I can't wait to help out. Grampy tells me we never touch wild animals unless they need to be rescued or cared for. I didn't know that. That's an interesting fact, isn't it? And then it's time to surf. Grammy is really good. Mum and I build a huge sandcastle. Jamal is too busy to help. Oh no, our baby turtle has washed up on the shore and it's all tangled in plastic. I pick up the baby turtle gently and take her to Grammy and Grampy. They can fix this. Grammy says she will do what she can and takes her back to the sanctuary. Plastic is ruining these islands, Rocket, says Grampy sadly. We save as many creatures as we can, but many stay away. People used to come here to see the whales, but we haven't spotted a whale for a lifetime. He leads me down to the beach. Look, children. It feels as though there is more plastic than there is sand. I really feel sad. We need to do something. But what? The next day at the beach, there are people playing in the sand, swimming in the sea, eating ice lollies, but all I notice now is the plastic. Surely they see it too. I need to let everyone know. Did you know whales eat plastic and it makes them sick? Did you know nearly half the rubbish in the sea comes directly from careless people? Did you know there are 5.25 trillion pieces of plastic in the ocean? I didn't know that, did you? Soon we have lots of new friends who want to help. It's a clean-up crew. As the day goes on, more and more people join in. We spend the whole day cleaning the beach. Even Jamal helps. The clean-up crew is amazing. And soon, the beach is clean. I think everybody looks quite happy, don't they? But now, what do we do with all the plastic we've collected? Now, you might know the answer to this already. Anybody know? Teresa, one of the clean-up crew, has a brainwave. My mum is an artist. We could get her to make something. Yes! Teresa's mum makes some awesome bins for the rubbish, and the whole clean-up crew makes the front pages of the TV news. Now, no one will forget why we need to clean up. Everyone in the island wants clean beaches, everyone on the island wants clean water, and everyone on the island wants to save the sea life and bring back the whales. The next day, Granny and Grampy have a barbecue for the whole clean-up crew. The smell of Grammy's special sauce is wafting around the island. And the best thing of all, while everyone's talking and laughing and eating, Grampy and I release the turtle we rescued back into the sea and watch as she swims away. She's all better now. And I just know that one day, the whales will come back. Did you know? One day we're going to change the world, Rocket. Oh my gosh, what's there? Can you see? That's a fabulous book. Now that's a fiction book. Rocket is a made-up person. I think she's a bit of a hero, don't you? I also love the fact that Rocket's books, these books that are written by Dapo and by Nathan, even though they're fiction books, give me ideas, but they also tell me facts. I wonder, now we haven't in our community got the sea, have we? But I bet you around the school there are plastics and bits of rubbish that doesn't need to be there. Maybe you could come and find me. I've got litter pickers and you could help. You think you could? Okay, I'll see you. All right, so I'm hoping to see lots of you very, very soon. Filling in your reading card, coming down into the research centre and quietly reading. Or having a go at doing your own illustrations like Dapo, maybe drawing your favourite part of the book. I think I'd probably draw Granny surfing. How exciting. Right, bye-bye everybody. You might want to come down and return your reading card. There's no blue ones in there at the moment because they should be all at your house. Hopefully you're reading lots and lots of books so that we can go up and up and up on our reading tree. Look, all the different books.